Valhalla is Assassin's Creed made in a very familiar shape, and the side quests, called mysteries this time, still can't compare with anything in the best RPGs, but they're sillier and more diverse than what you get in more recent Ubisoft stuff. I know because I played 15 of Valhalla's side quests, a decent sample size, which includes all but 2 in the Ledecestrescire region. So let's look back at the best of them and see what we can expect from all the open world wandering we'll do when Valhalla hits on November 10th. And if you want to know what I think of the rest of the side quests, the good and the bad, head to pcgamer.com, where I reviewed all the quests I could find, all 15, in the Ledecestrescire region. Before we get into it, spoiler warning, spoilers from here on. If you want to go in clean, turn back now. Alright, let's get on with it. This quest rocks. If you shop at REI and call yourself a river dog, then you'll especially like it. Granted, it's not a lot, but it is a very nice change of pace compared to the rest of what I played. You just stack stones. Stack them high. Whatever arrangement or order you like. And that's it. Take in the lovely scenery, listen to a short conversation from Eivor's childhood, and just play. I'm not allowed to talk about this one, but it was cool. Big Assassin's Creed 2 side stuff vibes. It's one for the old AC slobs, especially if you like deeply stupid but sincerely fun Assassin's Creed lore. I'm a prime target for this stuff. Hit me with it, you know? If I'm hearing music in the distance, I'm already primed for some good side questing. I track down the melody and find a retired raider picking away at a tiny harp. He invites me to sit next to the fire for a chat. And Eivor recognizes the tune from her own time on the water, and the two get to talking about the long ship raiding life. Turns out this guy was recently cast out, not as punishment, but because he's too old and frail to keep up with the younger warriors, which is surprising given his healthy stature. He's a bit anxious about his future now, and thinking he would have died in battle long ago, and Eivor reassures him to just keep writing tunes and go with the flow, bro. It's a really sincere, nice exchange that colors in the deep respect the Norse people had for warriors, including some of the higher expectations for their physical prowess. He's grateful for the chat and gifts Eivor his house key, saying he won't need his old raiding gear anymore, and finding the house on my own isn't that difficult. Repton is a small, little coastal village, and Eivor usually calls out nearby locked doors based on context. I find a bunch of loot inside, want, and a crate of old songs, do not want, which kicks off a nice optional end of the quest. I carry the old songs back through Repton and down to the old raider, which endears him even more to Eivor. He promises to tell Odin I'm cool when he eventually croaks. Nice guy. Nice little quest. I've never looked forward to a series of repeating Ubisoft side quests like the flighting duels. They're basically medieval insult rap battles, little improvised limerick duels that reward you with charisma points. Once you find one of these guys, you'll talk a little shit, throw down some money, then get to it in a timed series of dialogue choices. In the end, you're basically making your dialogue lockpick more powerful, opening up some powerfully persuasive options in certain conversations by stacking your charisma skill up. But even if you don't get microscopic control over the insult spune, I was smiling throughout this one. Looking forward to the rest.
You're a misfit, a half-wit, a foolish old grouse.
Oh, this one was easily my favorite. So in the distance, I spot a little girl standing beneath a tree staring at something, and I'm immediately curious to find out what she's fixated on. Turns out it's a single leaf that still hangs on the otherwise barren tree above her. Her father is gone and has been for a while, and I'm thinking he's croaked. But this little girl thinks there's still hope until the last leaf falls from the tree. Oh boy. Given the option to reinforce her delusions or not, I roleplay the realist Viking and tell her daddy is probably gone for good. This upsets her, obviously, so she plants her butt on the ground beneath the leaf, drowning in hope. I choose to make a hard lesson even harder, pulling out my bow to shoot the leaf down. Eivor says it's for the best, but the girl's heartbroken and pissed anyway, which is fair, and storms off. So I pick up the leaf as a little keepsake and leave her to her fate. I kind of wonder if her dad actually is gone. So we've got it all here, a ruthless opportunity for roleplay, no clear objective signposts, and a tragic story nested nicely in the greater historical context, and it all unfolds in a minute or two. No boring collection tasks, No thin soldier killing setups or convoluted puzzle types I know I'll have to repeat a dozen times over. If Valhalla has more of this, please, 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 I'll be very happy. I mean, I'll take more precious keepsake destruction and difficult life lessons over pretty much anything else I've seen so far.